Hi, welcome to your intermediate flexibility session. These sessions are live every Thursday morning, but if you're doing this on catch up, well done for getting on your mat. Please leave a comment, let me know how it went, and of course, make sure to log it so that you can keep track of how many sessions you're doing. These intermediate sessions are a little more intricate than our beginner sessions. We move a little faster, and of course, in the beginner sessions, because we move a little slower, there's more attention given to specific alignment, poses, pose names, those kinds of things. For you to learn more the foundations, whereas the intermediate, we move a little faster. Hopefully you're already aware of the names and the poses, and we can kind of just put them together in a sequence. 30 minutes is not always very long. Sometimes it goes by in the flash of an eye. Is that the saying? So then in our intermediate sessions, we want to move a little more so we can fit a little more into these 30 minutes. Welcome to everyone who is here. I'm going to get my link out into the yoga WhatsApp. If you're not on that, let me know. Join in. We share all things yoga. So we chat meditation. I share some links of work that inspires me, stuff that I'm working on right now, etc., etc. So make sure that you join in for that. And of course, it's a great way for me to give you feedback. So if you are wanting some feedback on specific poses, if you've got questions, that is the best place to ask your questions. But welcome everyone. Welcome. Let me know if you're here. Say hi. Good morning, Iva. We are still in the freezing cold here in the Western Cape. Really cold. So we'll warm up the body. And yeah, I think just really using our yoga practice at the moment to ground, to look at keeping our internal environments quite stable when there's a lot of instability around us, and our external environments is a lot shaky at the moment and turbulent. So keep getting on your mat. The days you don't want to get on your mat are the days that you should be getting on your mat. So well done for getting up this morning. I know it's chilly. I know it's not always easy, but it's lovely for me to know that there are some of you on your mats with me, especially live in the morning. So sticking with the practice, sticking with the discipline, it gives us a structure in which we can actually be more free. I've never really heard of anyone say they regret getting on their yoga mat. So there's that. And yeah, making use of the practices that you've learned. If you've been on the yoga challenges, the breathwork practices that we've done. If you have not done meditations, head over to do some guided meditations. On that note, you might have seen that this week, 7 p.m., we are going to be launching a little series in the evenings called Here For You, where it's just a community get-together. So everyone in the country or abroad, wherever you are, everyone is welcome. And we will just be doing a little 5-minute meditation where you can just chill and ground. It'll be led by different instructors, and just a way of us to really show up for you guys. So if you are struggling, please join in for those. It's going to be 7 p.m. Every evening this week. And yeah, we would love to have you there, and you can kind of share, and we are really there for you. It's a lot going on. It's a lot to hold. Some individuals struggling more than others. And I think it's just important that wherever you are on that spectrum, that we all stay connected to ourselves, most importantly, and also connected to one another, but in a way that is sustainable. It's so crazy. It's the buzz starts and the news starts and the social media and things like WhatsApp, where it's just like, it's crazy. You don't know what half the things facts are. So I think there are a lot of people who are rushing into this state of anxiety because of everything that you're reading and seeing and what people are talking about. But if you had to actually, I always say, like, if you had to have a lie detector test on the things that you read and the things that you hear, I can guarantee that A, it's either a lot of broken telephone, or B, it's just not true. So be careful of all of that. I'm not saying don't believe the news, but I'm just saying question a little bit more, because I know I have a lot of friends who are really struggling with anxiety, and I think that social media plays a big role in that. We're all glued to our phones and reading all these posts and comments and videos, and some of the stuff isn't even from now. Some of the stuff is old stuff being recycled, and it spreads fear. And when we're in fear, our bodies go into fight or flight. Fight or flight is not really where we want to be. Fight or flight is when our bodies go into a state where it only prioritizes certain processes in the body and certain parts of the body, and the others are neglected. And one of the parts that gets withdrawn from is your digestive system, right? Your gut. It is Cipla week. It is Gut Health Week. If you have not watched the Jeff Ed on gut health, that was on Monday evening or Tuesday evening. Go check that out. If you are not sure, and I hope you do, but if you're not sure why gut health is important. So yeah, we really want to be in our rest and digest state, so our body can be in a healing zone, and we can keep our immunity up, and we can keep our system strong, and we can keep our energy flowing. It really is up to us, everyone on an individual level, to look after ourselves. But we as a species are a social species. We are meant to be in groups. We are meant to hold each other and support one another. So it's like we're in this collective space, we're in this collective energy, but also individually we're each contributing to that collective. And I think it's important that we are contributing the best version of ourselves, and only we can determine what that is. So good morning, Amy. So yeah, it's a little bit of everything. It's acknowledging what's going on, but also not getting consumed by it. It's moving your body, because that's what your body really needs to be able to keep moving internally, but also having a rest when you need to. It's a little bit of figuring out what it is you need. And I know a lot of people use the word balance, let's find balance in the body, or let's balance this out, or, it's all about balance. But balance is very, very different day to day. So we're constantly just recalibrating. And so I like to use the word harmony. So I'm always trying to bring my body and my mind into harmony. And wouldn't that be, I just want to see I'm still alive. Wouldn't that be a beautiful place to be in the world in general, if we could find more harmony and more peace. So that's why we are creating these sessions for you guys. 7 p.m. join in. Today is Thursday. Thursdays are quite a full day. here at Jeff. So the schedule for today, obviously there's lots going on at 7 a.m. It is me, yoga. You have Coach Louie and Nicole. And then we have Siv and Jethro. That will be at 8 a.m. Let me just get this up and running. There we go. Then, I mean, we've got the challenges going at the moment. That's been so inspiring. Just seeing the messages come out. I'm seeing everyone on my Overberg WhatsApp group posting about how their challenges are going, and they are working hard, but it looks like everyone's really enjoying it. And then also we have a Jeff Ed today. There we go. Now I see some names. Paolo, good morning. Nancy, lovely to see you here. Renata, good morning. Liesel, Noel, everyone here. That's amazing. Seeing such nice names pop up here. And obviously I love having you guys here live. Today, you will see my face twice because at 12:30, I'm going to be doing a little chat with Nicole. Obviously, you all know that Nicole has joined the yoga department, if that's what we can call it, of Jeff. She is teaching vinyasa on Monday mornings. She has been stepping in for me with all my injuries and leave and everything. She's been absolutely amazing. Good morning, Shireen. And so we're going to do a little chat. So it'll be like a coach's corner / yoga chat. It'd be lovely to have as many of you there just to meet Nicole and come find out a little more. She obviously does a lot of work behind the scenes. Good morning, Olga. Good morning. Good morning. It's so great to be back. It's really, really great to be back. Nicole obviously does a lot of work behind the scenes. So it's going to be so nice to have her not just do, it's workouts and yoga and things like that. When we're on the screen, it's about the community and it's about you guys. And it's going to be so nice just to make it all about Nicole today and find out a little more where she's from, how she got into fitness and how she got into yoga, what her health journey is. So join in for that at 12:30. Very excited for that. It is Zumba, and that is at 5:30. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And then, of course, we have Jeff Fam tonight at 7. And that if you did not hear earlier, it's the get together at 7 p.m. Where we really we're here. So if you need to chat, if you need like a virtual hug, that's what we're giving. It's virtual hugs tonight from us to you. I think we're lucky that we've got this platform. We can all stay connected across the country and across the globe. But there are a lot of people isolating at the moment. We are on lockdowns. Also all the chaos that's erupted in South Africa over the last few days. It's a lot. And there is no reason for you to feel like you're alone in this. We are here, so please reach out. I think often we feel like we're being silly, but everyone experiences these things on different levels. I was having a chat with a friend yesterday of having this privilege of feeling safe and having my home and of living in the Western Cape pretty much, where a lot of people are going through complete chaos. But that still does not take my anxiety away. I have gratitude, but I'm still anxious. It's still upsetting. It's still devastating. And so dealing with all of that, acknowledging that and taking positive steps forward, taking supportive steps for yourself, which puts you in a state to be able to help others. Because if you aren't settled, it's going to be really hard for you to actually show up in your full version, in your full strength, your full power, your full authenticity, and really step up to the plate for, like I was saying, we're on this individual journey in a collective, and we all want to be able to show up for the collective, but that starts with the individual. So please join in tonight. Don't feel like you're being silly. If there's anxiety running, thanks, Haney. I was just checking because my internet was going weird on my screen, but he says it's all good. He's our main man behind the scenes. All right, everyone, let's get started. This all looks good. I think let's get going. So welcome everyone who has just joined. Have a last little sip of tea or water. Socks off. We're going to start standing. It is our intermediate flexibility session. I'm just putting my little heater closer because it's cold. Our intermediate flexibility session. We're going to start standing at the top of our mat. We've got 30 minutes to wake up our body, to connect. So let's make the most of it. Come to stand at the top of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Anjali Mudra, Prayer Mudra, bring your palms together, thumbs into sternum, take a little lift of the elbows and grow the spine tall. I want you to feel like your thighs are awakening. I want you to lower the tailbone slightly down. Draw your abdominals back and squeeze the rib cage inwards. At the same time, I want you to wake up your postural muscles, lift your chest a little bit. So really start to step into your body. Out of your mind, level off your head and close your eyes. Take a couple breaths here as we just arrive at our practice. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale yesterday all the way out. Inhale into the present moment. Again, let go of yesterday's anxieties, fears. Exhale out through the mouth. Any tension, let it go. Inhale, calm, healing energy. Exhale out, stress, strain, anxiety, tension. Take a couple more moments here. Notice if you're swaying back or forward or side to side. And can you bring yourself to stand completely still and balanced? Stacking from the crown of the head down to the tailbone up to the crown of the head. Noticing the curvatures in the spine. Noticing the placement of the hips and the shoulders. And we set the intention this morning to just be fully present. Or this afternoon or evening, whenever you're doing this practice, we're setting the intention to be fully present for 30 minutes. We're placing down everything and everyone else outside of us, outside of this room and off our mat. Place it down just for 30 minutes. You'll pick it up again when we get off our mat, but put it all to the side for now. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Release the hands down. Take a big loop of the shoulders up to the ears, round, back, and down. Reach your arms up and take a nice full breath in. Bring your palms to touch and extend the arms up. Squeeze through the thighs and draw your rib cage in. Feel that balance between left and right, forward and back. Look at your hands and start to draw them all the way through your midline. If your back line's a little tight, so your hamstrings, I want you to bend your knees here. Some of you might keep your legs straight, and you're gonna fold all the way forward. Tuck your chin. It is still cold, especially if you haven't done a warm-up or a workout. You're gonna feel your body's quite tight, so curl your chin in and just spend a couple moments here in this version. Very gentle but we want to get length in the spine. So eventually your hamstrings and calf muscles back line will open, but we always prioritize lengthening through the spine. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Nice. Let's take a little halfway lift, so bend your knees as much as you need to place your fingertips on the floor. Step back into a plank pose. Shoulders above the wrists. Keep your palms spread. Keep your fingers spread. So let's just get some heat going in the body. Let's wake up and connect. Lower your knees. Hug your elbows in and back. Come all the way down onto the floor. Untuck the toes. Take your hands a little forward and wide over your shoulders. Hug your elbows in. Take a little baby cobra. Look forward. Shoulders down away from the ears. Tops of the feet pressing into the mat. And inner thighs rolling up to the ceiling. So spread through the lower back. Well done. Lower down. Take your hands either side of the rib cage. Press up onto your knees. Tuck your toes. Check your alignment of your hands and lift the hips up and back for a bent knee downward dog. Roll the outer shoulders down to the floor. Switch on your breath. Keep your left knee bent. Start to extend the right leg. See if you can bring right heel to the floor. I want you to look back. Look at your kneecap. Lift it up. Squeeze the thigh. Then let's bend right knee. Extend left leg. Notice how you maybe start to change the weight distribution in the hands. So you press into both hands. I like to press a little into the diagonal. So when my left heel's down, I press a little firmer into my right hand. I can really get more opening. But then also keep pressing into the left hand. Bend both knees. Notice which leg you step back with into your plank pose. Look forward, step forward with that leg. Big toes to touch, take a halfway lift. Lift the sit bones, maybe legs straighten out. Fold yourself back, Uttanasana, forward fold. And then let's bend the knees to roll the spine all the way up. Vertebra by vertebra, you'll come up to stand, look forward, and loop the shoulders. We'll do the same thing a little faster. Reach both arms up, bring your palms to touch. And then fold all the way forward so you're breathing freely. Make sure the breath is moving. Curl the chin in. Take a little halfway lift. You're going to step back into your plank pose with the second leg. Okay, we'll lower again this time. Either you can go into your cobra pose. You can lower your knees if you like. Otherwise, if you want, it's chaturanga, knees off the floor. Flip onto the top of your feet. Come into an upward facing dog. Lift the sternum. Inner thighs rolling up to the ceiling, lower belly drawing back. We all meet. Downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent if you need to. Again, we want the spine to be nice and long. So picture someone drawing your hips up and back to the ceiling. Feel how the wrist bones lift away from the hands. Press into your fingerprints and broaden through the upper back. So spread your upper back, outer shoulders roll down. Nice. Look forward. Step forward with a foot that you stepped backwards with. Bring your big toes to touch. Take a halfway lift. And then move back into your forward fold. Bend your knees, prepare, roll your spine all the way up. Loop the shoulders, up, back, and down. Reach both arms up. Keep your hips pretty stable, pretty firm facing forward. As you twist to your right, take your right arm back and your left arm forward. Spread through your fingers. Feel the feet nice and grounded. Feel the stability through the legs. And notice how that right hip moves slightly back. Remember, the whole body is connected. So if that right hip is pulling slightly back, that's fine. but try squeeze that right hip forward so you get into a deeper twist. Lower that right arm down, bring both arms forward, take a full breath in. Same thing here as you twist to your left. That left hip is going to want to open. All right, but what I want you to notice here is I want you to press down through your left foot. Try roll that left hip forward and get this beautiful opening through the upper back, through mid back, this twist, and then an opening through the front of the left side of the chest. Well done, strong legs. Take one more breath. Lower left arm down, reach both arms all the way up. Move back into a forward fold, so let's get a little further into our hamstrings, our back line here. Maybe palms touch the floor as you curl your chin in. Make sure you're not leaning back, so you're not kind of hanging on the back of your heels. Press the weight into all four corners of the feet. And then we'll take a halfway lift, step back into your downward facing dog. All right, bring your feet a little closer to one another. Anchor your left heel, float your right leg up to the ceiling. We're going to move a little twisted motion. So make sure your hands are at least shoulder distance apart. Squeeze your right heel to your buttock. We're going to lift the left heel, bring your right knee underneath you so your left foot is going to swivel a little bit. You're going to rock into a plank and see if you can bring your right knee to your left tricep. Swivel all the way back. Take right leg up, inhale. Same thing, rock forward, breathe freely, swivel underneath yourself, bring right elbow, right knee, left elbow or tricep. Take that leg all the way up, full stretch. Last one here, bring it all the way forward, touch, and then bring the knee underneath you, flex the foot, step yourself through. Find your stability, come into a high lunge. Feet on parallel tracks. Pubic bone to navel, strong straight back leg. Strong arms and draw the rib cage in. Warrior two. Lower the left heel to the center line of the mat. You've got a heel to heel alignment. Squeeze that left thigh back. Extend the arms. Draw yourself slightly back so you're not leaning forward. Look over that right hand, warrior two. Feel the heat build in your body. All right, a little windmill of the hands down to that front leg. Raise the left heel. Left fingertips are going to move a little out to the side. You're going to twist to the right. Open up the right side of the chest. Option to stay here or lower that back knee. Bring your left heel towards your buttock. So you can be flat on that left palm. You can be on your fingertips. You can still have that left knee up off the floor. One more breath. Well done. Lower that left foot down. Step back. Downward dog. Find your center, ground yourself down. Feet a little closer to one another. Try to find a nice balance, nice equal footing, nice equal weight between the feet and the hands. Anchor your right heel down, float your left leg up, roll inner thigh to the ceiling so the hip line stays level. Curl your left heel to your buttock, lift your right heel, and bring left knee underneath you as you do rock into a plank with the shoulders above the wrists. Bring your left knee to your right tricep. Move up and back, three-legged dog. And again, rock forward, bring left knee forward, touch.
Up and back. Three-legged dog. Nice, last one here. Bring yourself all the way forward, knee to touch. And then bring the knee under the chest, flex left foot. Step yourself through lunge position, high lunge. Reach the arms up. Readjust so that your hips are facing forward. Obviously, we're allowing a little bit of movement through the body, but there needs to be a firmness and a supporting. Warrior two, as you ground your right heel to the floor, right heel in alignment with left. Roll your left sit bone down as you lunge. Bring that left knee above its ankle. Squeeze your right thigh back. Draw yourself slightly back in space and relax your shoulders. Breathe. Feel the opening in that inner right groin. And then it's that little windmill action, nice and slow and controlled. Raise your right heel up. Take your right hand out to the side, twist to the left, opening left side of the chest. Stay here or lower right knee. Bring right heel towards the buttocks. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. Deepen your breath. Open the front of that right thigh. Well done. Release. Bring that foot down. Come back into your lunge shape. Raise your right knee up. Step yourself back. Downward facing dog. Nice. You're going to look forward. You can either step or take a little hop to the front of your mat. Take a halfway lift. Move down into a forward fold. Again, switch on the breath. And then we'll bend the knees, chair pose. Sweep the arms up. Bring the hands to the heart. Feel now the security in the pelvis. Give a little squeeze around the buttocks. Feel the activation of the feet. So take a twist to the left, hooking right elbow across left thigh. Draw your right hip back. So have a look. Notice if your knees are out of alignment. That movement needs to come from the hips. Bring it back into alignment. Bring your weight into your heels. Lift your lower belly and send your sit bones back. And then lean your head slightly back in space. Beautiful. Release all the way up. Bring both arms up. Sweep them around, back behind you. Chair pose. Sit into your feet. Sit into your heels. Bring your hands to your chest. Lift the chest slightly. Twist to your right. Hook your elbow across. Deepen the breath. Weight into both feet. Maybe sit a little deeper. Lift the lower belly and lean the head slightly back. Reach all the way up. Bring both arms up. This time, don't go into chair. Just sweep the arms around and back. Bring the hands to the hips. Stepping back for pyramid pose. Let's step back with our right leg first. So front foot stays in line with the long edge of your mat. Feet are on parallel tracks. So in other words, if I drew a line down the middle of your mat, your feet wouldn't cross. Your hips are facing forward, but notice you're going to slightly open that right hip perhaps, toes turning slightly outwards. Lift. And then there's two options for the arms here. Option one is that you're going to internally rotate the thumb down. Bring the hands behind you. Find your reverse prayer pose. Okay, if that is too much for you, reach for your opposite elbows. Two strong straight legs, but watch if you're hypermobile in your joints, especially that front knee. Don't lock it out. Okay, keep the activation through that joint. Lift the chest. Keep the spine long. Start to take your chest forward. Forward, 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 forward as far as you can go. And then maybe the head can relax down as you look towards that back heel. Keep opening to the back of that left leg. And breathe. Remember that feeling of a stable foundation, stable leg, stable pelvis. Soften your shoulders, your head a little more. All right, we're gonna come all the way up, so strong legs, hold your balance. Look forward, step forward. Bring your feet to be hip distance. Slowly release the arms and the shoulders. Bring the hands out in front of you. Just very gently move the wrists, move the hands, fingers up, fingers down. Do a few little wrist rolls. And then again, reach both arms up, sweep them round behind you, bring your hands to your hip, second side, left leg steps back, about one of your own leg's lengths. Hips facing forward, find your arms, so again, maybe you're in reverse prayer pose, or if you reached for your elbows, make sure you switch whichever forearm was on top. Roll your left hip forward, draw your lower belly back, lift up through the chest, and then keeping the spine long, start to hinge from the hips. Okay, so now you might notice because your legs are straight, you're not able to take your spine as forward as you would if your knees were bent. That's because our whole back line is connected. Okay, so now we're giving the length to the legs. The spine doesn't have that much. But just feel it out. Try to keep extending the crown of the head forward. See if you can relax the head though to look behind you. Switch on the breath. Stable through the legs allows movement through the spine. One more breath. Move the shoulder caps away from the floor. And then two strong legs brings the torso up. Look forward, step forward again, feet hip distance. Slowly unravel the arms and the hands out in front of you. I want you to bring your thumb in and wrap your four fingers around your thumb and just move through a few little wrist rolls here. Feeling any cricks and cracks, any kind of awareness of the nervous system. Nice. Reach both arms up. Again, bring your hands to your hips. We'll move into that pose again. Step your right foot back. Find your stable foundation. This time, reach the arms up. Okay, we're going to use our pyramid pose to take us into our revolved triangle. So strong legs, take the torso forward. And at first, just bring both hands down to the floor. Take a little curl of the chin, just settle into the shape. Then move into a halfway lift. Bring your left hand to your sacrum. So now you can get a good idea of how level your pelvis is. You're going to take your right hand, you can either bring it to your left shin or take it to the outside of your left foot. Send your sit bones back. So remember that chair pose feeling as you lifted your belly, send your sit bones back. And at the same time, crown of the head forward. You're not leaning to the left. Start to twist to the left and open that left arm. Strong legs. Stable foundation allows movement of the spine. Nice. Take a couple more breaths here. Just explore the pose. Notice what feels really tough, what feels really tight, what feels really nice. And then we'll look forward, bring your left hand down, right hand down. You're simply going to bend into your left leg, bring your right foot to join your left, take a halfway lift. Now for a moment, notice the difference in the legs. Your one leg might feel longer than the other, looser than the other. So you can imagine, just from holding that pose for a few seconds, how we brought our body kind of out of balance, or maybe just feeling a bit asymmetrical. A good indication for us to be more aware when we do things like sit at our desks with our legs crossed in a certain direction or a certain cross, the way we stand, maybe dipping one hip or the other. For long amounts of time, that's going to have an effect on your whole body. All right, forward fold. Bend your knees, slowly roll your spine all the way up. And loop the shoulders. Reach your arms up. Bring them around back behind you, hands to your hips. Second side, so it's the left foot that steps back. Right foot is facing forward. Active through the abdominals. Length of the rib cage away from the hips. Reach your arms up. Hinge from the hips. And then bring the hands to the floor. Curl your chin in. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Well done, halfway lift. Again, right hand to the sacrum. Send your sit bones up. And then left hand either to right shin or take it across. Start to look to your right, but lean your head backwards. Open up the right arm and try and roll your right shoulder above your left as much as possible. But notice how the hips want to do their own thing. Notice if you're becoming unstable, forward or back, side to side. When you zip into your midline, squeeze inner thighs together, but lengthen the crown of the head forward and the sit bones back. Spread through your fingers in that top hand. Extend the arm. Full awareness of all parts of the body. Take 2 more breaths. Nice. And then you'll bring your right arm down. Come back to center. Look forward, bend into your right knee and come to sit onto your left shin. Baby Hanuman. Reach your arms up. Take a twist to your right. Right fingertips behind you, left across. Should feel quite twisted out by now. All right, look forward. You're going to do a simple switch. Left foot down onto your right shin. Again, lift the arms up. Take a twist to your left, left hand behind, right arm across. Look to your left. All right. Look forward. Come onto both knees. Make sure the knees are hip distance. Come all the way up. Reach the arms up. Take a little camel pose here as you bring the hands to the lower back. Lift up through the chest. Some of you might bring your hands to your heels. Squeeze your buttock forward and open up. Take 3 breaths. Don't go down if it doesn't feel stable. And then bring yourself back up. You can bring hands to the lower back. You're going to sit yourself down. As you do, kind of cross the ankles. Come to sit all the way onto your buttocks. Bring your legs out in front of you. Ground your feet, arms out, and slowly roll down. As you land your head, squeeze both knees to chest. Find a happy baby. So split the legs. Bring the hands to the outer edges of the feet. Press down with the spine. And then bring the feet together. Lift the head. Bring the hands around the outer edges of the feet. Send the knees away from you. Curl your chin in. Press mid-spine into the mat. So really round now. Just counterposing any of the back bends. All right, lay yourself down. Again, move into your happy baby. And then some of you might want to go full straddle. So hands can either stay on the outside of the feet or you could hold onto the inner calf muscles or thighs. Well done. Soften both legs, release them, squeeze them to chest. Keep your right knee to chest, extend left leg, curl up, bring your nose to your knee, round. Stay up, bring left leg to meet right. Extend right leg forward. Lay your head down, extend left leg forward. Take a few moments of Shavasana as you take your arms out to the side, palms up. Relax your feet. Relax your whole body. Feel the beating of your heart. Notice the movement of the breath. Perhaps any other little tingling sensations, or just noticing the aliveness of your whole system now that's come online, that's connected. Take a couple more nice long breaths in and out through the nose. Alright, so if you have time to stay here, please do. If you need to move, bend your knees. And as we just did, hug them into chest. But then raise your left arm up above your ear. Simply roll onto your left side. You can rest the head on the upper arm. Take a few more breaths. And then we'll bring ourselves all the way up to sit when you're ready. Nice cross-legged position. Let's bring the hands together in prayers. We've been moving through that mudra through the whole practice. Take a lowering down of the head and close the eyes. Take a moment now to just acknowledge this time you've had on your mat, the privilege that it is to be in a safe space, to be able to move your body, to be able to take this time to focus on yourself, your own healing. Making full use of this time with a full heart, a heart full of gratitude. And as we move off our mat as an individual and take full responsibility for ourselves as an individual, that role plays into the collective of everyone and everything around us. Take one more deep breath in and exhale out. When you're ready, you can open the eyes. Well done for getting on your mat. I hope that you enjoyed that practice. If you're doing this on catch up, you know the drill. Go log it in your web app to keep track of all the yoga sessions you're doing. And of course, leave a comment, any questions, let me know how the practice was. Everyone here live, thanks for joining, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that. I'm just gonna get to your commentos quickly. Let me know how that was, how you found it, how you feeling. Some of my favorite poses in there. So I really hope that you enjoyed that. And it's such a pleasure, Chantal. Challenging, but also good. Definitely challenging, but it teaches us so many skills of awareness when we do challenge ourselves a little bit more. Renata, such a pleasure, beautiful. I hope you have a lovely day.
Olga, just what I needed this morning. It was tough but good. Topped it up with some meditation and lymph work. That is amazing, Olga. That is amazing. Lymph work is always welcome. If you've got an extra 5 minutes, guys, after this session, go do a little bit of lymph work, please. I think there's a booster. There's a lymph booster, as far as I know. If there isn't, there should be. I'm going to go check that out right now. Noel, such a pleasure. Stiff from series challenge, I can imagine. I wouldn't expect anything less, Noel. So don't be hard on yourself, because remember, you're pushing your body in one direction. This is a completely different direction. So well done for getting on your mat. You need that little bit of both. Again, constantly bringing ourselves into harmony. Shireen, such a pleasure. Well done, everyone. Please remember, there is the chat tonight, Jeff Fam. It's our time to be together, 7 p.m. tonight. Just again, showing up for our community, being together, and showing this collective feeling, I think, of a bit of anxiety and worry and sadness and anger and all of that. Very normal feelings and emotions to have through times like this. But coming together, hopefully we can just dissipate a bit of it and just support one another to get through this. Corinne Fraser, such a pleasure, such a pleasure. Olga, yes, done it on Booster before the live session. Yay, awesome. I must add some more lymph work for you guys to the boosters. I will do that. Nancy, I'm so glad that you enjoyed that. I can imagine things are really hectic up there. It's, now is the time we need our practices. Now is the time we need to stabilize our internal environment so that we're able to navigate everything that's going on around us. Because when there's chaos outside of us and there's chaos within us, it's just pandemonium. So sending you hugs and love, Nancy. We are here for you. We're here for everyone. And join us this evening at 7 p.m. Lots of love to everyone. Have a beautiful day. I'll be back with beginner's strength tomorrow morning. And lots of love. Look after yourselves. Look after those you love. And I will chat to you soon.